should we start? I think let's start with the highest scoring match.
Correct, yes.
That is the
Fourth.
Tottenham Southampton. I mean the highest scoring till right now.
Correct, yeah. So if I
three
think
more matches are
no,
still,
I mean
right?
that will be the highest scoring match for the weekend, I guess.
Yeah, 5-2
Two.
to
Correct.
Tottenham. Southampton gets battered again.
Again.
Why is it always Southampton?
No,
Why?
see, I think today Tottenham were on form more than Southampton being off form. If you
Okay.
see, Harry Kane and Mourinho were under immense pressure. Okay, after last week's defeat and the fact that the Amazon Prime especially is coming out, everybody's talking about how Harry Kane and Mourinho were behaving last year, and how Mourinho's tactics are still old, outdated, and how he's not able to connect with these millennials of the squad and everything. But
It's everywhere, all over YouTube. Everybody's talking.
exactly,
Can Mourinho connect with young people?
Correct.
Is Mourinho out of touch?
exactly.
Mourinho is always on this end, right? Like one game he has where he loses,
Yes.
and everybody starts talking.
Exactly.
He's out of touch. He's out of touch. He's out
Yeah.
of
Then he'll have a 3 or 4 game like streak.
touch. Yeah.
Where he'll be very good in his game, and even the players respond to it and all. But also last week also Southampton's lost to Crystal Palace 1-0. Okay.
Yeah.
So and they have lost a lot of players. They are not their like full strength of the second half of last season. Okay.
Okay. Like what kind of players? What players are that?
They have lost Højbjerg to Tottenham.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, okay,
correct.
okay.
And they have two new, youngsters. Like there's Kyle Walker-Peters at right back, and the left mid is also Genpo, a guy called Yenepo or something. So even too many youngsters, and they're playing a two-man striker, which is Che Adams and Danny Ings playing up top.
Yeah, very rare.
Correct,
Very rare.
exactly.
Two
And
striker teams.
and Mourinho is known to play a three-man midfield. Going 2-on-1, I guess, having 3-on-2 against Mourinho is very difficult, and three of very good high-quality midfielders. I think who played today? There was Ndombele in the first half, and then the two behind him were Winks and Sissoko, I guess. I'm not very sure. Let me just look that up 1 second. I think it will be him. They both only. So what happened? 2-on-3, and even Southampton's midfielders aren't world-class midfielders. It was
That's
Oriel.
They are good. They are good, but
No,
yeah, you can expect the quality
exactly.
of Southampton.
And they played with James Ward-Prowse and Oriol Romeo. So both of them aren't great players. Against Højbjerg, again from Southampton's back here, Harry Winks and Ndombele. So I think it was easy. I mean, first half it ended in 1-1. Surprisingly, Harry Kane came out. Everything turned the tide.
What a game he has had, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Actually,
5 goals for Tottenham, and all 5 were with his involvement.
Exactly.
4 assists and 1 goal at the end.
see, that shows that even when he's not good in front of the goal, he can do something for others to score also. His
Amazing pass.
Yes,
Amazing
exactly.
Pass. That 4th assist that he has had. That
the long
without
one.
looking.
Correct.
I think.
Yes.
Amazing passes. All 4 of them.
Exactly.
Really good.
See,
he found.
that's the characteristic of a top quality striker.
Yeah.
Even you look at all the top quality strikers. There is Suarez, Lewandowski. They are all good passers of the ball, and to an extent even Bobby Firmino also.
Firmino is he's a striker, but the way Jurgen Klopp uses him, he does not want him to, or rather, he does not expect goals from
Correct.
him. He just expects that work. But we'll talk about Liverpool later.
Exactly.
Right now, we're talking about
Tottenham.
Son and Harry Kane.
Correct.
Son had an amazing game.
Correct.
4 goals, of course, amazing. But I think Harry Kane did more in this game.
Yeah, it was.
And if you look at the post-match interview of Harry Kane, so Jose Mourinho comes and he hijacks his interview, and he's like, This guy is the man of the match, not Son. This guy is the man of the match.
Exactly.
It was nice.
And also, see, he showed that captain spirit of putting others in front of him and the team ahead of him.
Yeah.
See,
yeah,
he
yeah.
could have just stayed in the box and complained, like, just been like, I think it's the manager. We don't know how to do and all that. This guy took the initiative. He fell back when it was necessary. He created the game. He created the space, and that I think he led from the front today. And brilliant weekend for Mourinho, Bale,
Yeah.
Reguilon, and Tottenham back on like very good form.
Yeah, so the deal is done for Bale and Reguilon both.
Exactly.
So what are we in for, like attacking wise with
Okay, as a
these three up top, Son, Kane, and Bale?
as
I
a
think that's scary.
as a United fan who's had his immense research on these two players for the last 3 weeks, I will have.
We'll get back to that also. We will talk about.
No, I'll tell you, Bale is back. I mean, because of two things. One is now he's come to a place where he wants to play, and secondly, he's playing in a team which he has had connect or he's got a past with, and thirdly, he's back home. He's not like in Spain. He was away from his house. He was away from his language. After 7 years in Spain, he's still not learned Spanish. That shows
Yeah, but
what he's done.
That's not. I don't think you can hold it against
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
Okay, he didn't learn it, but he was it. The thing with Real Madrid fans is like
Fickle-minded.
they turn really fast.
Yes.
They turn really fast, and they made everything really sour
Correct.
at Real Madrid for Bale.
Correct.
Now Bale is an introverted character.
Exactly.
He does not like to gel with other people.
Yes.
He does his thing.
Correct.
Let him do his thing.
Exactly.
If you look at his stats at Real Madrid,
Yeah.
he is actually a legend there.
Actually, I just went through
He
that
should
stat.
be a legend
Yes,
there.
yes. He scored more goals than Ronaldo, more assists than Zidane, more appearances than one of the top players.
He has done more than Zidane at Real Madrid.
Exactly.
Zidane has won. I don't think I think some two or three, maximum three trophies
Correct.
at Real Madrid. Bale has single-handedly won more
Trophies, yes,
like
very true.
Single-handedly.
Yeah, I mean,
That Copa del Rey goal.
Correct.
That
Bartra-
goal in Kiev. Amazing.
and even against Liverpool 2 years ago.
Yeah. Like, so he does his thing on the pitch.
Correct.
Like, why do you hold other things against him? Like, people are saying he does not put in much effort. Like, look at his stats, dude. Like, amazing thing is. things he has
Exactly,
done.
and he's
But-
still not out of his prime. See, only what we believe
Yeah.
that players are peaking at 30 because of FIFA, and in FIFA they start declining.
More.
So we think, okay, at 30 it is the end of the road for them. But Bale is 29 and he's coming back. Like he's gonna feel like home. He's gonna feel like, oh my God, this is what I want. And Mourinho will absolutely love such a character. So much of
Yeah,
like,
and that loan deal is amazing because he's 29 right now.
Correct.
And the loan deal is only for 1 year.
Correct.
They can get the most out of it
Yeah.
without actually spending anything. So
Correct.
that's a good thing. That loan works out well for both the parties.
And also next year, if he doesn't turn out to be as good as everybody thinks he can be, he'll go back to Madrid and Tottenham will have nothing on them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. That's and even Reguilon was against. I was watching the United Sevilla Europa League semi-finals, and all I saw was Reguilon on that left-hand side. The match was won because of Reguilon and Jesus Navas, the two right back. The first goal was created by Reguilon left back. Second goal was created by Jesus Navas right back. That game was and our left back and right back, both of them don't know how to cross a ball. Okay, so no, let's not go there. But I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you that this is the reason. I think Mourinho's got a peach of a player. He can play him as a left wing back in a 3 at the back against a big team, or he can play him as a wide. Like he's really good. See, only thing it wasn't looking good for United was because of the buyback and the preemptive clause. Other than that, Mourinho has done brilliant business in this 2 days.
Yeah.
And also,
He does that. He finds his niche players
Correct.
and wherever they are, he picks them up.
and also
Like,
this new signings will bring a new lease of life to people. Players will feel like, oh, okay, there is a star coming in. There is that feel good factor also.
yeah.
And I think
that
yeah,
was shown today.
Exactly,
In today's match.
exactly.
Everybody was excited. They wanted to play. And Bale also, if he sees this match, I think he has seen this match. He will also feel that this is the team I want
Exactly.
to play with, and I can improve this team, and we can win something with this team. So all in all, a good game. What do you think? Where will they finish?
Okay,
Southampton and
we'll
Tottenham.
do our official predictions video late at the end of the transfer window in the month of October. But right now,
Okay.
so far,
I think that's kind of cheating, but
no.
okay, we'll do it later.
I'm doing that because so that we can evaluate all the teams and what they have done at the end of the transfer window also. And
I know, I understand that, but the league has started, so that's why.
Okay.
So everybody does their prediction before the league, whatever happens. So no problem.
Anyway,
this
no
year
problem.
we'll cheat and we'll get our predictions.
Okay.
Next season, we'll do it at the start of the season.
Okay, fine. So anyway, Tottenham, I feel will finish fourth or fifth. Fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Behind. No. Again, wait. There's nobody else because Chelsea, I'm sure will not. See, Thiago Silva is coming
See,
back.
all these things come when we do late predictions.
Correct. Yeah.
So if at the beginning of the season, if anybody would have asked, everybody would have said, Chelsea can finish third.
Correct. Yeah.
And fourth can be Manchester United.
Correct. Yes.
But now with all these, can you hear me?
No, that is true. But I think that's what Mourinho will be in fifth or fourth, for sure.
I also
But
think they'll finish fourth.
Yeah.
With possibly, I don't know, Arsenal or Chelsea in third, I guess. Or
I feel Arsenal.
I'm not sure.
No. I'm going with Arsenal as at the moment after watching them play 2 games. I'm going with Arsenal, and we have a bet also, which will be coming to it later. Anyway, let's get to today's match.
Okay, let's get to the second most exciting match. That's the Liverpool and Chelsea. This was not exactly a title decider because it's too early in the season, but
Correct.
this was intent
Yes.
for the championship.
For both the teams.
And Chelsea, at the beginning of the season, everybody was not everybody, but many people were thinking Chelsea can, compete for the title.
Correct.
But this game showed it all.
Yes.
Like who's the actual champion,
Correct.
and who's just spending their cash left, right, and center.
Correct.
Without any. Yeah, you got the
I know.
idea.
See,
for today's
I'll tell you.
match, right?
Today's game was so it revealed so many things about both the teams. It showed that Liverpool have gone from strength to more strength. That's the definition of strengthening. The fact that Fabinho could slot into centre back and have such a game and such a presence that he's kept one of the top strikers of Bundesliga quiet, being a central, a more defensive-minded midfielder, playing out of position was clear show of intent and confidence from the Liverpool team. And on the other hand, Chelsea is still having the same ghosts of last year, the same goalkeeper mistakes, the same defensive, defensive naivety. They're just too immature, I feel, at the back. And also there's so much pressure on Kai Havertz. He's 21. He's come to a new country and he's playing his second game, and he was taken off at halftime. That's so much of mental pressure on him. They're just spoiling their own talent.
So that's what, both the players, both the new signings, that is Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, they haven't exactly had any impact.
Correct.
Until now. 2 games up, still nobody has actual impact on games.
Correct.
So this shows you can't just get a good player in Premier League and expect him to hit the ground running from Gameweek 1.
Yes.
You need to gel them properly in your team. You need to
integrate them.
Get them. That feel should come, how to go against the defenders of Premier League.
Correct.
And that intensity of Premier League.
And also,
so anyways, for the people who has not seen today's game, it was 2-0 for Liverpool, and both of them Mane.
Yes.
One amazingly worked goal.
Correct.
From Trent to Firmino, Firmino to Salah, Salah to Firmino, and an amazing header from Mane.
Correct.
The other one was a horrible pass, or I should say assist from Kepa
Yes.
to Mane,
Yeah.
which he slotted into an empty net.
Yeah. It was,
So-
and it was also not a bizarre incident. He's been doing it from the first minute, and
He
it
has
was
been
just
doing
it was just a moment of when somebody would reach him.
Exactly.
Yes.
And to think that this goalkeeper is the costliest goalkeeper in the world
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah.
It's what to say, like he has the most mistakes leading to goal
Correct.
in this season than the whole league combined.
Correct. And also,
That's-
there is also, it's playing on his mind. If you think about it, the Lampard is openly saying Kepa is our goalkeeper, and also you're finding reports of Chelsea hiring another goalkeeper,
Mendy.
Mendy. And it's gonna play on his mind. And of course, see, he's come back. He's come from with such a huge price tag on him, 70 million. Even
No, but come on, it's been more than a season.
it's been 3 seasons.
That shouldn't bother him now.
Yeah, but
like,
see, he had one good season with Atletico Madrid, and and they sold him to Chelsea for 70 million.
yeah, that's another thing. Like Chelsea just spent cash.
Yes.
Like they had that ban, and after that they just spent cash like blindly
Correct.
on people. They shouldn't have done that. That's true. So like they are looking at another goalkeeper. What do you think? Should they go for Mendy, or should they just keep their faith in Kepa and go ahead?
See, I think the only way up is upwards, away from Kepa, because he's had enough time to prove himself. He's had enough time to show what he's got. He was even benched, and even after the benching, see, once you're benched, that's the point where you go back and reevaluate, get your basics. You think what can I change right now. And I think it's time for him to go back to La Liga or something. And somebody else. See, it's not like Mendy is the future of Chelsea so far. But the only thing is, and also I've come across like a statistic saying, Mendy is the goalkeeper in Ligue 1 with the highest errors leading to goal. Okay, so you never know if you're going from Kepa 1 to Kepa 2 now.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
But at this rate, it looks like even Benjamin Mendy will be for Chelsea in the goal. So let's see. Doesn't matter. Let's talk about the red card that happened just at the halfway mark for this game. Red card to Christensen, where he just hugged Mane from behind and just fell to the ground like he was his wife or something.
See, that's one more thing. They knew, Christensen knows he does not have the pace to match. Very few players have the pace to match
know.
with them. Okay.
It was stupid.
Yes.
Like, the game is at 0-0,
And-
it's right at halfway
Exactly.
mark. Why to do that? Even if he scores, let him score. No problem. You have 45 minutes more
Yes.
to do something.
This-
You have attacking players. If they score, the game will open up, and you have the chances. You have the players. You can really do.
So
You
much.
can come back after 1-0.
See,
Why to do such things?
And basically, he's killed the game at halftime because of that thing.
Exactly. So
And see, and his
That
replacement is also see now what's going to happen is he's just dropped himself for the rest of the season. He'll just become a cup starter now because his replacement, the Timori, who came in for not for Mount, for Havertz at halftime, he had such a very composed game. He played much better than Christensen did. So what happens now? I think he's just like he's got it's a straight red, so it's a 3-match ban. So by the time he comes back, either Thiago Silva will be ready.
yeah,
And
right,
it's
right.
basically
so we
the-
won't be seeing Christensen anyway in the future. You're saying?
He'll be playing in Carabao Cup and EFL or something like that. That's it. That's the end of the season for the Dane. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And talking about ending of seasons, I don't know what is up with defenders in this game week. Every team has had a high scoring game. This is one of those rare weekends where every game has got two plus goals.
Yeah.
None of the games are finished 1-0 this week.
Yeah, true.
Oh my god, it's a very rare thing. Maybe it's because it's the start of the season now and everybody's
Yeah, they have the
Yeah.
energy and Yeah,
and
I can see
and
that.
many teams have not had, like, they're not in their stride, they're not in their actual tempo and everything. Like, even Liverpool looked so much off pace. They didn't have that
Yeah.
coordination. Like, even see the fact that Jurgen Klopp had the, like, brains to remove Henderson and put in Thiago. It served
Yeah.
two purposes. One is integrating Thiago into a high intensity game.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, there is no necessity of Jordan Henderson anymore because he's the defensive minded side of the game. Now, but they're 10 man down. I mean, 10 man down. Chelsea will not be so effective on the counter. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was Thiago who gave away the penalty, right?
Yeah. So Thiago was introduced at halftime,
Uh-huh.
and in the I think in the last moments of the game, like around after 80 minutes or something,
Okay,
the penalty was given,
correct.
and it was stupid penalty, but that's all right. Like there was not much into it, but I can see why the penalty was given. Uh, but the thing is, Jorginho took it, and this was the first penalty that Chelsea has missed since 2017.
Wow.
That's crazy, and this first penalty Jorginho has missed for Chelsea. That's crazy stat.
Actually, yeah, that's an impressive stat also.
Yeah.
Considering how
But,
everybody thinks scoring penalties is a very easy
Exactly.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. So overall, but Thiago's game was good. I think the he did the job that he was bought for. I think the passing was amazing. The distribution was amazing from Thiago.
Yes.
Overall, I think it was all right. Apart from that penalty. So
It was a very smart decision actually. See,
Yeah.
if Christensen had not been sent off, if the game was still on a knife's edge in 1-1 or 1-1 or 1-0 or something like that, Jurgen Klopp wouldn't think about bringing Thiago on, because Thiago, that's his first game in a new country. He will definitely doesn't want to put so much pressure on him.
Exactly.
And he
It was a smart move.
and he knows that there is going to be a lot of, like, physical exertion on on the defensive midfielders. Like,
Yeah.
Mount would have been sitting on Thiago if he was there at that time. Like, because it was Henderson or Fabinho playing, who are much more physical and much more aggressive. If you observe all through Premier League, there is no diminutive small, like, defensive midfielder. It's always a huge guy who's playing defensive midfielder.
Exactly.
Matic. Okay, I'm not talking about Kante. Kante is the only small guy there. Okay.
But he does the job for 10 people.
Exactly. Of course, there are exceptions, but most of them prefer to have a bigger guy. And again, Jurgen Klopp game management is perfect, on spot, too good.
Yeah. Okay, then let's go to our next game, which is a big heartbreak for you. Man United versus Crystal Palace. 3-1 to Crystal Palace. This is only the second time that Crystal Palace has won at Old Trafford in last 22 meetings.
That's a long time, yeah.
I don't know how many years. I can't even count. And this is the yeah, it's a long time, and this is the second consecutive win for Crystal Palace. So Zaha had the double with Townsend also scoring, and Van der Beek getting a consolation goal, and that goal also wasn't as much a Man United goal than a Crystal Palace error. So I don't think you can even take that goal as a positive in this game. So everything went wrong. Everything was horrible, and Crystal Palace looked like
Prime Barcelona, bro. Prime Barcelona.
La Liga. Like
they were just simple. They knew everything. They just stuck to their plan. They were efficient. They had more desire. They had more passion.
Yeah.
They were better at every part of that game. Everything was better by Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Roy Hodgson is doing amazing things there.
Southampton.
I think their previous game,
1-0.
the previous game that they won, would have affected this game.
Yeah.
So they won that.
They
also.
scored. They did the same thing. They
1-0
scored in the first
or
10-15 minutes, and then they just sat back and took all the pressure. That's it.
Yeah. So they are well drilled.
Yeah.
So in this game also, they scored the first game and they tried to sit back But then they saw that
Yes.
no, there is potential to
Correct.
score more, and they just went at it, and they scored 3 of them.
Yeah.
For all 3 goals, there was somebody to
It's
somebody had a horror show.
It's
So
just
can
shocking
you
that
tell me
Mourinho
about that?
thought Lindelof can be a good signing for United, considering the fact that Mourinho has such a good eye for defensive players. Okay, because see, Lindelof is, see, people say he's very good on the ball and he'll give you a presence of, like, he can distribute. He's like he has got a good passing range. But no, we don't have that passing range there. We don't, like, United don't play with that kind of thing. Even Harry Maguire is starting to, like, use his passing range in this season. Last season, all he did was Luke Shaw and Lindelof and Mattis. That's it. They don't go beyond that. It's not, we are not playing like Liverpool, like Virgil van Dijk spraying 60 70 yard passes straight to the striker. We don't do that. So I don't know why they are depending so much on Lindelof to do something, because yesterday for the first goal, Jeffrey Schlupp has just walked around him and crossed the ball, and yeah.
So yeah, that was horrible defending from Lindelof for the first goal. Schulp he's just holding him off, and Lindelof doesn't even try to get a foot in. He lets him walk, and he crosses, and Zaha gets the goal.
No, not Zaha. It was Andros. It was Townsend. But the fact that it was the first goal was Townsend. So
correct.
see, the fact that he's a Premier League defender and there was not even an attempt to block it. See, I mean, I know there are players are faster than like defend. I mean, the attackers are much faster, but you need to have some kind of at least pull him down, do something like shield the ball. There was no activity from his end, and also secondly, there is Luke Shaw, who's even worse than this, because if I was watching the analysis on the TV, like the TV show, and they were showing Luke Shaw is just jogging all the way back, and he's not even aware that Townsend is right behind him at the moment when the ball is crossed. When the ball is crossed, he looks up and he sees Townsend, but then he's already too late. Townsend has that like a fraction of a second of a lead, and he scores. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? And then second goal, everybody knows that the ball touches the hand, which is outside of your body. It is a penalty.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
But right now, defenders are supposed to know that they cannot afford to be flailing their arm around like this.
Yeah. So,
and also
everybody knows that it has become really harsh. The penalty decisions are
but it's
fractions now.
It's the same for everyone. Like,
yeah, it's the same. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, the defenders should have this in mind, that they can't even have their hand little bit also outside.
Exactly.
That should get in their mind. And but anyways, it was a penalty.
It is.
Gary Neville was frustrated that how can they give that penalty. But I don't think like it. Everybody gets that penalty. He should also get that.
Exactly.
So,
that is very true. I'll be very clear with that. And also second, even that mistake which De Gea does, that is also very valid. Because see, now that's going to be the same for all the teams, right? It's not like when some other team's goalkeeper does it, they're not going to get it.
Exactly. Rules are rules. Whatever it is now, 1 millimeter.
Offside is offside.
Foot, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's offside. That's why everybody agrees to VAR, right?
Exactly.
See, and I remember before VAR, we always should shout, "Is the referee blind?" And now when we have, there's nothing. Both and the third goal was even worse. He touches the ball and then he's unable to clear it. He gives it straight to Zaha. Zaha just shrugs him off like this and scores.
Gets in a nice position. Lindelof is behind him. Maguire, I think, was there.
No,
and
he
he
can't
does not close on him. Like, he's like, yeah, okay. Can you shoot from here? Like, okay, shoot from here. And he shoots. And it
simple.
Gets it.
Nothing. See, it's not anybody else's fault. It's just plain one man fault. If you want to play for United, okay, coming back to that position, I'll tell you. Coming back to one more point. Have you seen the Bayern team of last year?
I didn't get to watch
No,
them
no, no,
as much.
no, no, not like that. No, I'm not saying in terms of players. I'm saying in terms of their fitness. Leon
Okay.
Goretzka, when he joined Bayern, was a scrawny teenage. I mean, scrawny player. He was not having any
Okay.
like no physically. He was not a beef machine. He was a very thin, lanky kind of a player. He was more technically gifted. He was more
Okay.
smart with his ball, like runs with his passing and everything. By the end of the season, he was a machine. He was built like a rock,
Okay.
and he was running around like have you seen Adama Traore play?
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
now see, Adama
I've seen.
Traore is a little bit on the bulky side. Now imagine a very fit man running around. Now that is what is more scary to a player than his technical skills.
So, are you saying that there's more to Man United's bad performance behind the scene? Like Man
Yeah,
is
there
not
is
doing much
everything
behind the
is there.
scene.
Exactly, everything is there. They're
Okay.
bulking up players like Mason Greenwood, so
Mm-hmm.
that he can go head to head with the defender of other
Okay.
teams.
Okay.
Why can't they bulk up our own defenders? Okay, Harry Maguire, he's very strong. He doesn't have to bulk up, no problem. Fair enough.
Okay. Okay.
Lindelof, from 3 years, we are seeing him being bullied by other players. Everybody is bullying him. He
True.
needs to be in the gym and he needs to bulk up so much that he doesn't get bullied by them.
No, the thing is, it's not on players. Players just do the fitness regime set by their physicians at
Yeah,
whatever team.
I'm
So
sorry. Yeah,
that's
correct.
so that's what I like about Liverpool. Like they do their transfer business with players and stuff, but uh, they they put a lot more mind to the staff behind the team.
Correct.
They have got their medical, I don't know what it's called, like that
Physio.
lady.
The
Yeah,
physio team, yeah.
physical team is there. Then the all the other, like that throw-in coach. Everybody ridiculed Liverpool for getting a throw-in coach.
Correct.
Like who gets a throw-in coach? But since that guy has come, like the set piece plays
Yes.
from Liverpool have improved so much,
Yes.
and so many goals have been scored from that.
That's
Like you don't see Liverpool losing a ball from throw-in or
Correct.
anything like that.
No, that's the
So-
attention to detail. Everything
Exactly,
is in the
attention to detail is what
Yeah.
it is. So it's not just about hiring people and getting the right player.
And also,
It's about making
yes,
the right player.
yesterday was tactically very bad.
Hmm.
It was a horror show from Ole also. I'll tell you. See,
Yeah.
you're playing against you. You know what Crystal Palace will do. They will
Okay.
sit at the back and do nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And
This
and
is
they
the thing
played
I
a
was
young.
telling you about earlier. Yeah.
And they didn't play
Tell me.
what Mason Greenwood should have played. He should have started. Okay, he's got a very rough weekend. I mean, rough time during this, during his scene last month. But he should be starting that game. He's now a senior player, and
Yeah.
that poor guy Daniel James is having the worst time of his life. Okay, he's like probably the last time he scored was in March, and then they had the lockdown. He scored after around 8 months, and then they had a lockdown, and now it's almost 6 months after the second goal now. Okay,
Right.
so imagine his kind of like confidence levels. He is not supposed to start the game, and Ole, like he should be a little more proactive. He's seen this trend of the game for the first half. In the start of the second half, 50th minute, 45th minute, there should be some kind of changes. He did one positive change of bringing Van de Beek. But if I was watching the game and Van de Beek made so many good runs to expand the midfield, like I mean to expand the game. Like he knows everybody is crowding in that middle place. Rashford is also coming inside. Mason Greenwood also coming inside. Martial also is there. Bruno is also there. Pogba is also. Everybody was playing into that towards the center of the field. Nobody was pulling the game out wide.
Right.
And Luke Shaw doesn't want to run. Harry Maguire gets the ball. Luke Shaw is standing right next to him and telling him, go pass it to that guy. I don't see Robertson doing that. Robertson will be on his bike. He'll be running to the corner. Because he wants to expand the game. These guys, I don't know why. And they are so reluctant to buy new players also. Players who are.
But before we get to transfers, there's this thing, like, see, last season after the restart, they were so good.
Yeah.
Like they won some 10, 15 games in a row or
Correct.
something like that. and right now they look like they're a new team. They have not played together. Like so,
Actually, there is
what
a.
I'm
Yeah, tell me.
what I'm trying to say is, do you think it's Ole that is at fault here? Like, is
The-
I
Okay.
in such matches where there's you don't know what to do, like the team is just sitting behind,
Mhm.
and how do you break it? So that is where the manager comes into picture. Like,
Okay.
how does he sets up his team to break that team? And that is where Ole has been historically bad, I think. Right.
No, I'll tell you. See, what I feel
Yeah.
is Ole is very good when it comes to playing against the top six team.
Mhm.
He's very smart tactically. He gets his tactic rights against the top six teams. But when it comes to the teams which are, I mean, the rest of the top six, the rest 14 teams who
Okay.
sit back and defend.
I don't think that's Ole's tactics
No, no, no.
at
See,
play against top six.
against the top six teams, against
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola last year, he had a very good game, and
No,
against
he had a good game. Wait. See, what I'm trying to say is, Ole is a club legend,
correct.
right?
Yes.
The thing with club legends being managers is
Yeah.
that they can excite their players. They can, get that enthusiasm in their players that
Correct.
we can
correct.
do this. We can get that win.
Correct. Correct.
And that comes out on big matches. On
Okay.
big matches, these players, these legends, can excite the players, and the players then they do their thing.
I understand.
You see that with Zidane. You
Yes.
will see that with Pirlo.
Correct,
You see
yeah.
that with Gattuso, and
Yes.
all these players, all these managers.
Correct. Legend managers.
Yeah, legend managers. Their teams will do good against big games, against big teams,
Correct.
but they won't do that good in small matches. Where, how do you get them to play beautifully again? Because these managers, I mean, okay, Zidane can be technical genius. I don't know. I think he's a black magician. But anyway, but Solskjaer does not have that technical ability to get to break that other team like Crystal Palace or Brighton or such teams.
Yeah, I know
So
the ones who sit back and defend.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that result against top six is more of that just
Nostalgia.
that charm. Yeah, there's just that charm from them. So
Yeah, actually that
could
makes
be
sense.
That's just one thing that came to mind.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually it's easier to motivate them to play against bigger
Exactly.
teams. It's always easier to play, like when you are the underdog, it's easier for you to be more motivated and more
Yeah.
effort comes out of you. But when you place against somebody where it is so frustrating, when you have 11 people defending, like yesterday's game was so frustrating as a fan because whenever we had the ball, they had all 11 men defending.
Yeah.
And to break 11-man defense, you need to be like even hungrier than them.
Yeah,
You
and
need to
at
be- yeah.
such times the players will not think because they have to play.
Correct.
They're on the field, so
No,
and
but
they are
see,
not technical genius. The technical genius are sitting in the dugout. So
Correct.
they have to instruct the team that okay, this is not working out. You go here, you go here, you do this, and then see what happens.
But I still feel United's recruitment during the 2013 to 2018 time is
Horrible.
it's horrible, and that recruitment has caused this like a cascading effect which is still existing in the
Yeah.
this thing.
So,
And because see they're not able to sell even one player, and they cannot, without selling players they don't want to buy more players now because then they'll end up being like Barcelona with a huge wage bill,
exactly.
and now they're selling people for free.
Yeah.
So that's the
some,
bit-
some
yeah.
days back I read this thing about David Moyes that
Mm-hmm.
when Ferguson retired, he
Yeah.
had scouted this one player for many years,
Yeah.
and this player was a gift to David Moyes that
Mm.
you will be the manager. You
Yes.
hire this player, you get this player,
Yeah.
and he just ignored him.
I know who that
he
player
got,
is.
I think, Fellaini or something. That player was Thiago.
Yeah, I know. I remember this. Don't remind me now.
Such a stupid decision.
Oh God. He did
Same with
lots of this.
Zaha. With Zaha also.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but he
He-
was doing good with pre-season and everything,
No,
and some rumors came out,
Yeah.
and after that, nothing. He was not seen in the team.
Yes.
Rumors were that
He was
he
dating
was
Moises'
having an
daughter.
affair with Moises' daughter or something, which was not true. Again, this is not true.
Yeah.
So the thing is that he should have gone and spoken to him, right? He should have got it cleared, and if there was nothing, he should have let him play. Like Zaha is a good player.
He is a
He
very
could have
good
done
player,
good
actually.
things
Yeah.
at United.
Yeah.
He didn't spoke to him. He did nothing, and he was just out of the team. So like, yeah, recruitment for United, player-wise, manager-wise, both I think horrible. And I think Solskjaer is also he's a good manager, but not technically good. He's not the manager who will win you things.
See, that's
You-
what I feel.
Man
he
United
has.
will become the new Arsenal, I think.
Yeah.
They are
he-
going to become the new Arsenal.
he has to be here for only one more year, and in the like I feel one more year as in this year by like Jan Feb or something. If there is an improvement, if there is a kind of a positive structure to how we are playing, at least forget the trophies part of it,
Yeah.
to being more consistent, to being to like get the best out of what players we have, and if they have improved from last year to this year, then I'll agree. And also yesterday's game was on the back of having 7 days of preseason with one game against Aston Villa as a warm-up match.
Right.
So that's also there. It's a factor. It's not a thing to blame, but it's a factor which is also influenced. So and also I feel there are some areas which needs to be strengthened. Until that is done, there cannot be. See, Luke Shaw was bought in 2013, and now we are in 2020.
Yeah.
We cannot purchase one player for one position for 7 years. That's not how football works. The player should be afraid. Okay, now I'm not in the team. I'll be thrown out. I need to
Exactly,
perform.
yeah.
There is no fear for many of the players here. De Gea.
Yeah, De Gea. So you remember I was telling you like Solskjaer will never bench him. Like
Yeah.
he's just too nice. Like
No,
oh, you made a mistake. No problem. Son,
That-
you can.
This is the season where this is the season where we have to see him being benched because there is Dean Henderson on the bench. He'll
He
play.
won't.
See now, Dean Henderson will play today after tomorrow against for the EFL Cup.
Yeah, he'll play for cups, but in the main matches, I don't think Solskjaer has the balls to bench
De Gea.
De Gea. Yeah, and Henderson also. I don't know what he was thinking. Why he came back to United.
No, maybe
He's
they're
just going to
see
warm the bench. I think.
See, Solskjaer, I don't know, man. It's getting too personal now. I don't want to.
No problem. Let's
We-
move to the next game.
Yes.
So
Leeds Fulham.
one of the most exciting team of this season,
Yes.
Leeds versus Fulham.
Versus the
Fourth
worst team of the this thing Premier League also.
Too early to say, but okay,
Okay.
no problem. I think I also think Fulham will go down. Yeah. But we'll see.
I'll tell you why they'll go
Leeds-
down because without Mitrovic they can't do anything.
Exactly. Mitrovic, if Fulham scores,
Yeah.
it's mostly
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic.
Yes.
Mostly Mitrovic. He takes the most shots in the match. You saw the Leeds versus Fulham. He
Yeah.
has taken some 6 shots or something.
He
And-
does what he is Fulham. Like the entire
Exactly,
team is
exactly.
him alone.
One man show Fulham.
Yeah, and it's
that's
not
Mitrovic.
like Fulham was doing any reinforcement. Like one injury to him, and it's the end of the season for
Gone,
him.
Done. And it's not like they scored that many goals. Also.
And it's also not like they have a good style of play or something. They just
Exactly.
they have a 3 at the back, 2 wingers, and 2 average midfielders and 2 average wingers. Who's that wingers? One is that Kamara guy, who is he's just a big guy running around in the field.
Yes, yes.
And I don't know the other one also. I think it is Josh Onuma or someone or Kebanos, one of them.
Don't remember, don't care.
Yeah, actually, it's actually that's case of that only. But what I'm trying to tell you is, it's without Mitrovic, it's nothing. And I'm surprised they scored 3 goals yesterday. Okay, Mitrovic scored twice, but other than that,
The thing is, Leeds, they have really good play, but
Defensively,
the
they're
defense. No, the Leeds defense was good, really good. Leeds was the best defensive side in Championship last year. That's how they won the Championship last year.
okay.
But this year the thing is they have bought in a new defender. That's Koch, and you can see that he is not able to
Catch up.
He is not yet gelled into that team. And Bielsa will never play such a player. Like he has this thing. If you buy something like just like Klopp,
Okay.
you'll buy a player and he'll keep him on bench for matches at end. But
Correct.
unless he is sure that this guy can play,
Yeah.
he will not play. And Bielsa has this immense, like he trusts his players with all his heart. So, and he has this camaraderie with his player. He will not change whatever happens. His first team he will not change. So,
Correct.
it's very difficult to get into that Bielsa side. And so, if Koch has gotten into that defender position, that means that they really had no other choice other than this.
Correct.
So you can see that with his mistakes, that's the second mistake he has made that
penalty.
has led to a penalty
Correct,
in two
yeah.
matches.
Correct.
In Liverpool also he gave a penalty,
Yeah.
and in this match also he gave a penalty for Mitrovic. So let's see how it goes, what Bielsa does. But on the other end, that is the attacking end, amazing plays, amazing from Bamford. Costa.
Bamford.
Yeah, like
Yesterday, Rodrigo started the game, but then had a very bad game and had to be subbed out. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
showed what Bamford is. See, everybody was telling Bamford is like the third quality striker. I don't know why is he sticking with him and everything. But like he has very good potential, like similar to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, which we will talk again in the future in a while. But I'm just telling you, it's one of those underrated strikers who does what he's there for.
yeah,
Yeah.
that can be true. But I think what the problem with Rodrigo is that Bielsa plays a very specific kind of game.
Football, yes.
His tactics is very specific.
Correct.
He wants his players to do something, and all those players should do it, and then only the
Correct.
game works. Then only that player shines. And Bamford has been with Bielsa for almost 2 seasons, and he knows how it goes. So
Correct.
he is able to play that game, and he is able to score. But Rodrigo has just come right now. Like he does not have that much time with Bielsa. So give him time. I think he will be able to gel, and he will also be able to play that Bielsa ball. Because it's very difficult. You see Leeds first half season with Bielsa. You can see those mistakes being made, and player being clueless. Like, how do we do this? But the second half of the season, they became Barcelona, literally Barcelona, like peak Barcelona.
Yeah, I remember
Their
that
passing was
140, 40 pass goal. I remember all over the pitch it went, and then they scored.
They made some record or something in that
Correct,
first
correct.
season. So that I think that's the problem with Rodrigo. But over time, I think that can be done. But we have to see if that much time he'll get or not.
Yeah,
and
that's
Leeds
important.
will be able to stay in Premier League. But looking at the previous 2 games, I think Leeds have a good shout at staying in the Premier League. It's,
I think they'll finish 7th or 8th behind Everton.
no, I don't think so. But I think around 10 to 15th, they'll finish somewhere there. Because
No, I feel they'll finish in the top half.
No, because just the fact that there are so many good teams now in Premier
Yeah.
League, like
Every team is so good, yeah.
Yeah, Everton has become amazing. Tottenham looks like they can get into top 4. So
Yeah.
that top 10 is getting crowded now.
Correct, yes.
So it's not more that Leeds is not good. It's just that everybody else has become really good. So I think the first season will be 10 to 15th. But
Yeah.
next season, if the recruitment is good and the manager stays, that's a big if, because he has only 1 year left on his
Okay.
contract, and you know how he is. Like, he'll do what he wants, even if Yeah, yeah. So if he wants to leave, he'll leave. Like that. Nobody can stop him.
Yeah.
So if Bielsa stays, recruitment is good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can next year they can get into top 10. So let's get to our last game. So let's get to our next game.
Yeah.
That is the last game. Everton versus West Brom. West Brom again
Oof.
is the team which has come up from Championship. They finished second last season, and they look like
Correct.
like they were out of their depth in this game, and it was it was more of about Everton. Like they have become a team which you will enjoy watching. There have been
Yes, true.
seasons at end at Everton where the football was pathetic and it was really boring. But I think this season the fans,
Yes.
Everton fans, will love to watch their team play with James, with Allen, Dominic Calvert-Lewin
Yeah.
looking great, right?
Very good.
So,
Yeah.
he scored a hat trick in this game with James getting a goal and Moise Keane. He also got a goal after a long time, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. I switched off after it was 4-2. I was like, okay, fuck it. There's nothing more
Moise
to watch.
Keane
in
got
this.
the fifth goal, and actually in the beginning it was looking like
No, see, West Brom has two great wingers. Okay, they have that Diagana they bought from West Ham, and the Pereira guy who was the last year's leading assist
yeah,
guy
they
in
both
the
scored in
championship.
this game. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
these.
the start of the game, I think
Yeah.
DCL scored, and then Diangana
Yes.
he leveled the game, and it was looking like they can
Correct,
hold it.
yes.
They can get at least 1 point.
Yes.
But yeah,
Correct. Yes.
yeah.
Correct.
Then,
It looked like that only because they were
Yeah,
defensively
yeah.
very good,
Then,
and Everton was
then
being frustrated.
Calvert-Lewin scored another, and it was 2-1. And
Yeah.
right at half time, again in this match also,
Yes.
Gibbs
Yes.
got a red card. It was really
Yeah.
stupid. He got a red card for I think James
Slapping.
nudged him or something, and he went into
Yeah,
fury
correct.
and he just pushed him around, and
Yeah.
of course the referee was going to give him red, and he got a red at
Yeah.
45 minutes. And Slaven Bilic,
Yeah.
he also lost his head. Like, how can you give him red? It was a clear red. Okay, I get it that he's your team's player and all, but you don't have to. He started
Yeah.
throwing a fit, and he also got a red after that.
Yeah.
So after that, the whole game changed. But if there was no red card, just after the restart, Pereira had an amazing free kick, and
No, I don't know. Then this guy scored. James scored.
no.
Then Pereira got a free kick.
After the restart, Pereira scored. It became 2-2, and yeah.
Ah,
it could have
correct.
stayed
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes,
Could have
yes,
stayed
yeah.
like that. But then,
Correct.
I think
Correct.
James scored or something.
Keane. No, yeah,
So
correct.
then
Yeah.
it went out of their hands.
James scored. Then Keane scored.
So, but
And also, when you go down to 10 men, it becomes very
exactly,
difficult
it
to
becomes
play
very
unless
difficult.
it's in
it
the
becomes very
yeah.
difficult to defend. It becomes very difficult to attack anything. It's not.
You just see after that either you're playing for 1 point if you're already on like 1-0
Yeah.
up or something. If you're 1-0 up, you're still
Exactly.
motivated. Okay, let us hold on to this. Let us do something. But if it is not there, it's going to be very difficult. One more thing. My battery is on a low battery. Let us keep talking. Okay.
So anyways, we'll finish here. So
Yeah.
Ancelotti this season he got his players, and it really looks like he can get Everton somewhere with. So he wanted what he wanted, and Everton provided him that, and it looks like
Yes.
now Everton can do something with it. They have good
They will.
players,
They will.
amazing players, and an amazing manager
Yes.
in Ancelotti.
They will be the Sheffield United of this season. I
A
feel.
little better than Sheffield, I guess. Like they can go on a great run in any
So-
cup, like maybe EFL or FA. In league, I think they'll finish 7th or something. Yeah.
Okay. That's a fair, good side, good
Sixth or
return.
seventh, maybe sixth or seventh, pushing
Correct.
for fifth maybe. Not sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay. By on that matter, Leicester City is winning
4-2.
4-2
Who has scored?
at Burnley. Yeah, Harvey Barnes and an own goal, Justin
Justin scored.
and Dennis
He's
Pratt.
in my.
Okay,
Yeah.
FPL.
So looks like
Yeah.
another
I hate you
65
guys.
points haul.
Okay, it's very
Nice.
it's very difficult. It's so annoying, right? This is the worst FPL start I've had for a long time. I
FPL.
have
man.
40 points and Thiago Silva is still not fit.
And
Oh my god,
game
two
week
of my
one,
players have got.
Son was the most transferred out player, and this game week he scores 4.
He scored 4 goals.
They'll be pulling their hair out.
Yeah, I think I have to buy Justin next week. Okay.
Okay,
Anyway.
so that concludes our game week 2 analysis, and
True.
yeah, let's see. Let's go. What was I saying? Yeah.
Let's see what happens over the week. Maybe we'll do a. Let's see what happens.
There
anyway.
are
We'll-
EFL games in midweek, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a lot of big games in EFL. Third round. There is United, Luton. Then I didn't look up many fixtures, but that will be irrelevant. Like I'm considering they'll be coming back for the Premier League on the weekend, and more importantly, this week will be for the transfers of many clubs. I mean, City are also expected to go for a centre back. United are expected to do at least some business now.
Okay, quickly,
So,
quickly, we have
let's
not
see.
spoken about the remaining fixtures. So let's just see what. Let's just give some prediction about the next 2 matches. That is, I think, Man City versus who was it?
Man City versus Wolves.
Yeah, that will be a good game. What do you think?
That will be a very good game. I'll go with the 1-0 to Wolves.
0 for Man City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Because it is Wolves home and Man City have had only 1 week to train. Wolves, this is the second game of the season. Yeah. I'll go with a 1-0 or a 1-0. I'll go with a 1-0 to Wolves.
There's no Sergio Aguero, I think. So yeah,
No, he's out for 3 months.
So
2 months.
There might be a difficulty in scoring, but Jesus has provided. Yeah.
Proven.
So,
Yes.
I think they'll score. I think 2-1 to Man City. And the other one is Aston Villa and Sheffield United. So, what do you think? Yeah.
I think it'll be a 0-0 draw.
I think it will be
Yeah.
1-0 to Aston Villa. Sheffield United don't look that good since the restart of last season.
Correct.
And I think they've just peaked and they are on the downward trajectory now. Let's see.
Exactly.
I think 1-0 to Aston Villa. Let's see. We'll see you next week
Let's see.
for game week 3 analysis, or if possible, EFL Cup analysis.
Preview or something.
We'll see.
Let's see.
All right.
Okay. All right
Bye-bye.
then. See you, bro.